Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. As always, thank you to those who have continued to support my channel, and welcome to those who are new. So I'm just going to do a little breakdown of the energy that we're working with right now, and just show you some things, mostly how the light beings interact with me and how confirmation works online, and then you get your confirmations offline. That's how you're able to be sure that everything, or the way that you're navigating forward, or especially when you're coming into full alignment, that's how you're able to override any interference. So we've got the Fisher King's Court. So castles, wherever you may find a castle, those areas are significant. That little window, that's you, Collective. Something about past life. You've always lived up top, or high up, or above ground level, something like that. That's a little office there. Something about that. So it doesn't have to be a penthouse, or it could be, but something significant of living higher up, not on the lower level. Just seeing this here as well, that bird looks like it's got a halo, but it's not. That is one, yes, it's a messenger, but also there's something further down the line to do with birds, specifically birds, that yellow is actually red. It's an infrared interference around that bird. So that's something that will be sorted out, spoken about further down the line. So what this is letting us know, the underlying energy, is otherworldly, mystical things, myths, legends, things that aren't supposed to exist anymore. So even that now, it's looking like a pterodactyl. So something about that. All right, so just to see what these are. So we've got the soul key, the soul skin. We've got bog, stagnation, and we've got the crossroads. So the soul key is just representing being, venturing out, coming from sea onto land, removing the outer layer, the skin, the mermaid outfit, let's say, and then going about worldly on land things, falling in love, and then getting trapped, unable to go back to the sea, go back to where they are, where the heart is. So imprisonment, kept somewhere against their will, or trapped and can't get back, something along those lines. So with the bog next to it, stagnation, so venturing somewhere, or being captured, or falsely detained, whatever it could be in this mythical speech. We've got the bog as the representing of the stagnation, something not moving forward, something that is seen as repulsive. People are repelled by it in one way or another. We've got the crossroads, which is the decision making, the taking a different direction, or taking the higher road. So Scotland, something about high roads, highways, high roads, high road, higher ground. Scotland is significant. Winter is definitely significant. We've got here, looks like snow, also with that bog there, it looks like snow. But even if we were to break it down more, we've got the moon, which is, say, the first intention, I was going to say, intention, the first, not intention, first thought, first idea, whatever it is, guided there, and then trapped here in the bog. So even if it was here on the rock, the water's draining, even though that's the sea, but if that was a lake, let's just say, that now stranded because the water has gone. Something to do with spiders. Spiders are connected to scorpions. So if you're a Scorpio, you're also connected to the spiders. And then even if you were to go back through history or mythology, whatever you want to call it, this is why spiders have such an impact on people, because they're so tiny, and but yet everyone is so fearful of them. So something about being afraid of something that's small that has a big impact. So spiders can sting, bite, poison, cause death. Something about cotton as well. And then the crossroads is self-explanatory. All right, so that's just the energy that we're working with. The reason that I'm bringing this forward to start, not set the tone or the baseline, but need to just show you something about with all of this and how it works. So yesterday, quite a lot happened. Very magical, I would say. But the way that it unfolds is just everyday normal, or so it appears to be. So for one of the examples, this is what happened after what I'm going to describe. This temperance card, I came into my room. Normally all of my cards are together, but this one just was poking out of some papers. And when I pulled it out, this image, a eagle, a lion, and a archangel, temperance angel. So Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius could be significant, or you could have them in your chart. But for me, it was resembling a protected conversation behind the scenes. So something's being spoken about, or a conversation's happened, or this is what's currently taking place, a conversation that is protected, or a union is protected. Whatever it is, it's going on behind the scenes. So that what I found was a confirmation in the physical. So when it's better weather, obviously I'm outside a bit more, whereas at the minute I've been in because of the weather and whatever, Trevor. So yesterday I was getting a real strong feeling in the evening to go outside. It was like I was being called outside. So those that know I'm crazy about my light beings and the stars and all the rest of it, which you can see the stars on that selkie. So I went outside and just looked around, and as I've come out of the door, all to the right side. So if I reorientate it for you, it would literally be where the Sagittarius sign would be within the star placings. So just around that side, there was like a big cluster of stars, lights, whatever you want to call them. But as soon as I've seen, like, it was almost like everything was all placed there, and then over the other side, whereas normally more lights, stars activity, was completely empty. So I was laughing because it's supposed to look natural, but it's not. But as soon as I went out, straight away, all the plasma starts. It's the brightest lights, plasma starts projecting down. So I've got to play with them, put my hand up, try and touch touch the plasma, open my hand, see if it can reach, and then do my signals back to them, and then that sends the energies back up. So it's like a little ping pong game for a while, and then that's that. So as this was going on, there was like a, where have you been? Where have you been? Like an excited like that. And it's like, well, normally I would smoke if I was out there, but I don't smoke, or I do, but I don't. I can take it or leave it. So sometimes I'll go without smoking, sometimes I will. It just, I literally can take it or leave it. Anyway, so it's just, oh, I haven't for a while. So then they were like, well, we've got something for you. So we've been seeing as well with all the readings, so there's like, there's going to be a gift, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. And so I was like, okay. And then next thing, I was seeing loads of things falling down, which looked like plasma. But when I looked, holographic, they were like little envelopes. So all different colours, little envelopes in it. They were giving me the feeling like they're little love letters. So what they were showing was almost like, say if someone had been sending letters, this is just an example, so I've got to tell you the feelings. It's like someone sending loads of letters, but their address, something's blocked it or whatever. Then all of a sudden you're able to receive those letters. So whatever was blocking them getting through came through, and then there was a whole, like, loads of mailbags of these little envelopes. So what they were saying is, this is all the ideas, all of the blessings, everything that you're supposed to receive is coming to you. And it was raining, looked like it was raining. So bear with me. When they show the rain, when I see red rain, it's I know something's going on. So whenever there's the red rain starts falling, they will do something magical like this to hold my attention and my focus, because that keeps my vibration at a frequency, but it's always like a pure love, pure excitement frequency. But I also know that it's to kind of make sure that I'm not linking to the red rain that's happening. Whenever the red rain happens, it's kicking off somewhere, it's arguing, it's screaming, it's shouting, it's fighting, it's very yeah, there's something distressing's going on, but at the same time they will hold my focus like that. So with these little letters that they were wanting to give me, they were saying, we've been waiting for you to collect them. So we've also been seeing in readings about coming out of your comfort zone. I am the worst person. We're like, move out of your comfort zone, do something different. I'm already doing that, so I thought, but there was something that was just blocking. And so the only way I was getting that answer was to go outside. So what they've shown me is the block is my comfort zone, is because I'm always operating in 4D. And that's where I connect to them, that's where I'm close with them, that's where I've learnt everything that they've shown me. But what they were saying is that's done now, and I need to move over and continue forward to the next chapter, to the next bit. Whereas I had already thought that that transition and everything had happened, which they're saying it had, but I still kept reverting back to my comfort zone, which is with them, which is everything. But they're saying you've got everything you need to know now. So the magician card comes up, which is this. You've got everything to, it's like you've got everything to build your castle. So now you're able to come out and move around and go on your adventure, or apply what it is that you know, or share what it is that you know. So that was quite mad for me, literally, because I had already thought and seen and known that I was doing the process and I was where I needed to be, but I was completely missing the fact that that was my comfort zone, being in 4D, even though I know I can move to other dimensions, higher dimensions, whatever it is. The fourth dimension must be my favourite, or it's where, yeah, loads of things. So yeah, that was the first part. And look, we've got Star Child with this sulky. So what they were showing is when I go out, and it was literally like I was trying to stand on tiptoes to get even closer to the stars. It was like they were trying to come down. So there's that touching, it's that alignment is there. It's almost like it's within grasp, within reach. It's there. It's no need to look further or anything. It's, you're there. It's just that final bit, or for me to acknowledge it's there. So that was quite funny, very exciting. And even again with the plasma, that's the bit that I can't wait for us to all get to, that part, because the things that you're going to start seeing coming forward is just the best. It's like, as well, they are physical. I can't wait until I can have they keep showing like a debrief, that type of thing. It's everything that's been playing out has been absorbed into the skin, the cells, the DNA, the coding. It's like everything's been absorbed and it's just holding. I think that's where the sticking point was, that they're trying to move me forward, because it's like needing to now download all of that I've captured, so that others can do what they need with it. So it's like holding that data, that information, and then the debrief, as they keep showing it, so whatever that's supposed to mean, is then getting it out of the system, let's say, and then carrying on not as normal. Nothing's ever going to go back to normal, but there's a not being scarred from the experience once it's downloaded. So holding on to something, to like a muscle memory, holding on to that, but then releasing it lets it go. So there's something about that. But with this bog and stagnation, one side they're saying obviously you can't release this data, the information, everything, until it's in the right hands. So that bit is coming. But there was something also as well about the bog that was created or overwhelmed. And I was getting readings before saying about waterlogged pitches and a lot of rain coming, and it's bringing things up from the bog or the watery whatever. It's going to be bringing a lot of things up from the surface, artifacts, but bodies, different things. So much is going to come from a lot of rain or something along those lines. But also they were showing the parallel side is the being kept stagnant on purpose. They kept showing about intellectual property, and also that I'm seeing 2 females. This keeps coming up like almost daily. So it's always a 3, a triangulation. These are the ones that have been causing the stagnation. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, or King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Something like that, that it's all the rotations, but mainly there is a couple, whether they're actually man and wife or whether they used to be married and they're not, but they're still they still talk, or there's still a connection, or that they are in a relationship and they show up like that. So there's a couple, whatever the dynamics of their relationship is, they always show as a couple. And then we've got the third person, which it can't work without a 3. So it can always, anything can work as a 2, but specifically for what this is or whatever's going on here, it needs to be a 3. So what they were showing is as things now shift, which the shifts already happened, the red rain was confirmation for me, all of the envelopes, what they showed as well was, for those that remember the other day, when I was seeing a vision here of 3 men, but there was a 4th that couldn't be seen at the time, wearing particular robes, either really dark, like darkest blue, black to blue, midnight blue, but it can change, but it changes color to like a dark red, like a black to red, something about how it shimmers. But specifically there was a sign symbol that runs around the robe. The hoods were down. I can see the faces, but that's not relevant at this point. It was the robe. As I was describing it originally, I was told people would be aware of what I was describing, but obviously they wouldn't be commenting. Fair enough, never really expected it. We know how it works with the comments. But anyway, since then, they've shown me what that symbol is. So I've not known, and this is why I'm called naive, because I don't know anything apparently. But it's not that I don't know anything, it's just I don't consume my brain with all of the things that everyone typically does when they're into things, because I'm following a different guidance. So if I'm studying about the black sun, for example, it meant nothing to me because I've not looked into it. But even if I had, what's it bringing up or whatever? Whereas the guidance system that I'm following takes me through a different route. So the reason that it's all coming up is because what they're showing me is there's an energy that I keep picking up on, and it's split between two things because everything's running parallel. So we've got here time travel and stagnation, something stuck in time, outdated thinking, humanity, time moving on, things evolving. Stagnation isn't evolving, but time travel can go back and go forward. That's what's happening now. Past, present and future is all one. So with this, what they're showing is two parallels that are playing out at the same time. I'm picking up on an energy approaching, and like the readings say, but psyops, they've been saying it the same thing for years and years. So you've got to try and cut through all of that as well. But what they were showing me is on one side there's a rushing to come and form a healthy alliance to do with what's known to do with this black sun situation. The other side is those that are worshipping that, doing that, whatever they're studying or into, or rituals, practicing, or the darker side, are also coming, because once it's made official, or once it's confirmations online, offline, whatever it needs to be, then there is going to be a race to erase or remove. Erase is the deletion, remove is the maneuver or alliance. Remove the vulnerability, remove the threat, something like that. So it's remove and remove or erase, something like that. Basically, it's both playing out at the same time. I can pick up on both of them. It's like, how can you surprise someone with a party, for example? That's not what I'm picking up on, but it's like, how can you surprise someone with something like that? If they're really intuitive, they read energy and they feel all of that, because it would appear to be the same energy. This is what they're showing as well, to do with the male and female that are in a couple, which could also be male and male, but one of the males is cross-dresser or a trans. It's something like that, but it's always a man and two females, whatever way it plays out. So they're showing that the energies would come off the same. There would be deception, there would be planning, there would be plotting, there would be a surprise. So all as in like attack, that type of thing. But it's not, it's something different. So what they're showing is something's going on, but there are two things playing out at the same time. But obviously not to worry, because they're telling me. So as they're explaining and unfolding, that's how you know something's already wrapped up and done, because now it's all like laid out bare. So just to neutralize that shitty energy, something that you would maybe like to know which is really nice. So with these envelopes coming down, they're all individual colours, like that. Let's say, what is that? Orions and Mintons. All of those dots, if you imagine them and here all being different colours. Look, it's even with this. Something about winter. These are all orbs. But the stars in the background, and then there's the moon, the orb, or is that light at the top? No, that's my light. And there's the moon. What I'm saying, that's what it felt like it was, that there was a moon there, but really there was something else. Can't get it to do it again now. But yeah, there was another moon or sun up the top there. So yeah, it's on all of them. So you get what I'm saying, something like that. So with it all playing out, lost myself there with what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so with the envelopes coming down, what should be nice for you guys to know is when you send out a prayer, a thought, a well wish for somebody that you don't know, you've got no reason, that you don't have to send someone a well wish, or if you read comments and someone shares something and in your head you think, hope you're protected, hope you do well, or wish you luck, or blessings you and your family, or that type of thing. It's a personal something you say to yourself inside, but you bless it to someone else. You place a blessing on someone's life for maybe, not for something back, it's just automatic, it comes. Well, in the spirit realm, from the other dimensions, that shows up. So when you see, like we're told, like obviously I know that I'm a live node and many of you are, but it's so when you're aligned and on your higher purpose, your life path, you are always glowing a particular brightness, and it will always be seen above. On ground level, we feel it when we interact with people, but it can be seen. You're illuminated. So those little blessings you do over people's lives, they show up, but they show up like the multicolored different colors, like little envelopes, like little blessings, like little dreams or thoughts or whatever. It's all of that comes down, but in different dimensions, they see all of those. And what the light beings say to me, and I know there's the scientific reasoning and it's this and it can be palmed off, but what they say to me is all of those little blessings, because everything interconnects and it all joins and it all attaches to create a something, that all of those blessings are the rainbows. And I love that. Everyone that gives a blessing to someone else that they don't know them or they didn't need to, that is a tiny light and it connects and it makes the rainbow. This is what they've told me in the garden. So I know that it's like, she is absolutely off her rocker. Yeah, I am. That's why I've been stuck in the 4D. You don't need to take anything to be able to get the benefits. Take your coat off, you won't feel the benefit. That saying, where the hell? So listen, they're going to start me spiraling off again. So there is all of that, but that's what we've had to put in to neutralise what I've just spoke on previously, which was a shitty, heavy, dense energy. So anyway, they're saying to just like, it's everyone's acknowledged, everyone's on the same page, everything. So it's thank you to everyone that did their part within the journey, this story. And now it's moving on, it's moving back round, it's coming full circle, and then it's going to pick up at pace again, pick up pace. And then, but it's going to be really funny, and it's going to be it's really funny and so much fun. It's going to be like everything mystical, magical, or if you're not into that, you can just stay as a hater. Happiness haters, they're not going to love it at all. But this is the thing that they've shown. It's like, don't feel guilty about living your life to what's to come next. And as much as it's like, well, I won't, but they're saying you will, because, or the old me would. But the way they're framing it is exactly, it's like playing a game, as we've all done, and it's like, right, who's going to go first? Who wants to go first? Yeah, all right, you can go first and then I'll go next. And that's literally been it. People have taken their turn first. Took a little bit longer because they didn't want to change position, a little bit like me, loving the 4D, don't want to come out of it. And then you've got, then it's the next, it's pitch change, team change, side swap. You play one end and then you play in the other end. That's all that's happening. And just some people might not like it. They go off half time, get bollocked because they're not getting the results that that so much money was ploughed into them to get. But it happens sometimes. And that's how they're saying to look at it. And then just to add, they break it down. It's like some people, it doesn't matter what you do, they're never going to like it, be happy, or it's always like you got a leg up or you got this or whatever. So they showed me the example. If you're still here listening to this, then you are crazy too. But they showed me an example of group of girls, so it's definitely something to do with females. Yeah, so they're showing like going out, oh, we've got clothes we can put on to go out, so you don't need to go back home and get changed, just borrow whatever. Everyone's got a nice outfit, and then someone gets a bin bag, they've got to wear that. And it's like, but they're saying, but there's some people that would be like, fuck it, yeah, I'll take that I'll take that bin bag, I'll put it on. And then they just like rip the sides, do a hole and tie it up. Arms free, and they've got a bin bag, and it looks all right. What they're showing is, even in that situation, the ones that have got the brands, they've got this, they've got that, are still moaning. Oh, what? How comes? Like, look, they still look like that in a bin bag. It's like, well, I didn't give them the one with the coloured handles. It's like, it won't matter. You can wear a bin bag and they still will hate on it. Oh dear. So there's that to consider. And that's why I love the light beings and interacting with them, because they can just reframe everything. Everything. We've got the answers to everything. So I loved that with the envelopes. There's definitely a connection to music that's coming through even more heavy now, but something to do with gangs, and I've picked up on that before, but now they're starting to show, which is why I saw this as I came in, looks like albino bald eagle, something like that, if they're even a thing. An eagle and a lion are protected, or they're spirit guides, or there's a talk behind the scenes, or this alliance is protected. See how the grass is covering them, and then when you see the temperance angel from the front, you can't see them. Yeah, I was waiting for that to fall. It is going to, but I'll leave it for the sec. All right, so we've got gangs, something to do with is in alliances that are protected, I feel this is. So there's definitely something to do with the music industry. That's going to be a slap in the face for some people, because there's a situation connected to that. So unfortunately, and this is going to be an example as well of how circles come back round, circles meet up. You don't know who you're talking to at the time. You should always be nice, kind, respectful, because you could encounter them again and you never know who they are with or who they are stood next to, or something along those lines is something that's going to come up. Or there are people that are worrying right now because they can already foresee a pathway that is destined to happen. So that's one thing. The gangs side of it is to do with people that used to be in a gang or gang affiliated wherever, and they're not. And it's something specifically about how to breaking chains from the devil, breaking away from making a clean cut from gang life, or something along that. Definitely that's something big that they're forming now, that's been coming through for ages, but it must be nearly ready because they're showing more details to do with it. Yes, we'll take that. And music, something new sound, I've said that before. Music, oh yeah, and graffiti, something to do with graffiti, a graffiti artist or artists, or a mural or something like that. Someone does graffiti. I'm not sure what that is, but that's been intermittently coming through. Something graffiti. I don't know. I do know I would be rubbish at it, that much for sure. But yeah, I'm seeing like the detail of it. It's not painting, it's a spray paint. But they've got permission to do it. It's not just like a alleyway tag. It's a work of art, it looks like. So there's something to do with that. Anyway, this is all just, I wasn't in the garden the whole night, things like that. They know that I'll be out, I'll have a little wave, and I'll do the plasma ping pong for a bit, but then I'm back in. But when you get that real pull, I can't not go out because they're wanting to show me something, obviously. And I'm glad that I did. So we've got conflict and despair. So that is going to be the mood of the day, the weekend, and as time gets closer and closer to Christmas, conflict and despair. I don't know what people celebrate Christmas these days or whatever, but that's by choice. not intentionally, you've not woken up yet, and ruining people's Christmas and things like that. So there's something about that, something reverse. People that were excessively over the top, is like they show, like say a 1-year-old that just gets loads, and they're never going to remember it, because that's like for the parents, for the people and whatever. No, everyone, there's all different types of lives, so I get that. But moving forward, we're becoming more conscious of the excess. Everything's in excess, isn't it? So that's good for those that have learnt the scarcity side, to be able to smile, be happy and appreciate and whatever. You've already done that bit, so now it's like moving forward, change halves. And then we've got those that don't know about feeling the pinch or something like that, or even if it's not like, oh, I've got too much wealth to ever be skint. But you could have an unfortunate situation where your bank gets frozen and you don't have access to money, that type of thing. So hopefully you'll always have people that you can go to with your cap in hand and get what you need, or maybe you've already got that set up just in case. That already shows that you're not that confident if you've always got a plan B. That's why there's following of different guidance systems, because when you're tapped into God frequency. Yeah, what did they show there? Chandikra or something like that, they were saying. God is a state, not a religion. And that is, it is. It's just everything is chanty, enchantment. Anyway, that's where our heads go. But it's exactly that. And that's again as well, it's not that it's like trying to do away with people's religions. It's just, it's understanding it more, and then everyone still has their framework of what got them to there to come together. So if you're making plan Bs, then you're not following the higher power God guidance system, are you? Really? Why would you? That's like developing my mediumship, being made to feel a certain way. Oh, channeling. It's like, no, I'm a medium. I know I am. And I don't need to change it to fit in. I'll just stick with what I know I am. But it's practicing that, developing it. You may not have such strong confidence at first, but it doesn't mean to say that you're not believing in it. You can't not believe in it. If it's a gift from God, a gift from above, you're always going to believe in it, because it's been gifted from a higher power. So that element has never been in question. But for other people trying to understand and work things out, to project, to block, to stagnate, that's the bits that's missing for them. That's why they came unstuck. Thinking as well, following this, like Metatron's black goo. I couldn't even tell you about all of that. And that doesn't make me naive. It just means my head's not been filled with all of that, because I've been following a different pathway. It's still got me where I need to be. I've still said fuck, haven't I, Debbie? I've still been able to get where I've needed to be. So it's going to be nice when all of that kind of drops to the wayside. People like limited and restricted to don't do that, don't step on the cracks of the pavement and all of that stuff. I've not followed that, and I don't know, it's worked for me. Choose wisely. So choosing wisely with the company you keep is absolutely paramount moving forward, because it is going to be more of that coming to light. It's guilty by association. If you feel you know it all, you've got all the answers and you're this and whatever, then to be in the pocket of somebody else shows that it's like-minded thinking. There's a difference between speaking to anyone and everyone and being somebody that you are open to all walks of life. There's a difference with that than to really be okay with how somebody treats others or how they speak, how they are. You can't be two besties, but yet you're completely opposites. What is it that connects you? You know, there's always something that connects you. So that sort of blanket statement, we know individually it gets all a bit more intricate with what's what, but moving forward, that's what you're going to start seeing more of. So yeah, the bit judgy, be like, oh, they're with them, judge them. But this is the layers. It's always been the same. Nothing really is going to change, especially for those that don't want to change and those that are classed as still sleeping. So it will always still be the same. I'm talking to those that are coming from more of a higher vibration, a higher level, and are following their spiritual journey, their process, and they're seeing results from it. That's who I'm connecting to in this reading. We've got positive movement forward, definitely something to do with the water. That was another thing they showed me last night. This is how you know that stuff's going to happen. It's like you can say, oh, like I know that I'm going to swim with a whale. Whereas here right now today or a year ago or any time I could have said the same, people would be like, well, how are you going to make that happen? Because we know that with the intentional sabotage block to stop receiving of any income, that how, if you're not able to access finances, how can you be dreaming of cuddling a whale, touching, swimming a whale? It is actually going to be cuddling, they've shown me. But that's not for me to say to them, oh, it's going to happen this way, and this way, because that's where it gets intercepted, sabotaged and blocked. But with the spirit realm, with the light beings, it's kind of the same, but not because of I'm going to sabotage it. Yeah, could do self-sabotage, but what it is it's that bit's not important. It's, can you see it happening? And if you can, then most likely it's going to be. And so it is something that keeps coming back. But even they've shown to, I even know where I'm going to be positioned when I meet this whale, even down to the live tech, the whales in the sky, that they've even communicated back and forward. So in the sky, the stars, the live tech whales, formless consciousness, we already know I am going to be swimming with an actual whale. They know I'm coming and we're all looking forward to it. How mad's that? So you could be like, oh yeah, you're talking a load of rubbish. Yeah, could be. But I'm telling you, they can feel me, I can feel them, and they know I'm coming. And we even saw there's a card as well. Let's see if I can just... There's one card. I'm not going to look through all of them. It's either... Yeah, look, I'm not going to look through all of them. It's either here or it's not. There we go. Look, see that? The whale. That's the whale, or the one that looks like that. And we've even checked where am I going to go when I go up to it. So I don't want to go on the fin underneath there, because it's just moving the fins. No, I'm not feeling comfortable there. I don't want to be... I did go up to its mouth, and then I just thought, no, I'm not feeling that. I don't want to go under there. Didn't really feel that. So now I'm going to be on there. Yes. So for those that are saying she has either taken something, she's on something, or she's losing it, or whatever it is, you can continue to say it. But I know from when I went out last night for literally about 10 minutes, not even more than that, everything I'm unloading with you today is like bang, 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 is how they've done. And a little bit more when I came in, because they showed me this card was the first thing that I saw as I came back into my room, and it was just poking out, but it was that side. So yeah, really excited. And look as well, now I'm just seeing the red. It was red rain. Red rain brings out the rage, it brings out all the emotions, and that's the frequency balancing. The bird that I said to you just at the beginning is infrared, has red round it, those wings. So yeah, look, disruption. Something's coming, and it's happening now. Winter, Christmas time, before Christmas, something's snowing. Doesn't have to snow. Could be linked to Scotland because we had the castle there. Could be somewhere by the sea. It's about choices of how people have moved forward, how people want to move forward. Do people want to stay stuck, bogged down, stagnant, or do they want to catapult forward, time travel? Either way, it's all linked. We've got and now we've got the crossroads. So somebody's choices, decisions, they chose to keep on fucking around and whatever it was, didn't take the guidance when given, literally. And now we've got, whether it's like Orions and Mintarkans, I don't know those ones. I don't think I do. But anyway, what it's trying to represent is star child, star seed, star families coming back in. All of these orbs are representing the light beings. They're always here. They've always been here. But now that people are fading out from 3D, they naturally move into the 4D, which is a corridor, and then you go into the 5D. You can't just jump straight from 3 to 5 unless you can, but you will have done a lot of work on yourself to be able to do that. It's like I could have gone 5, 6, whatever, ages ago. Have always moved up and down, but my comfort zone has always been in 4D because that's where the light beings are. They're everywhere, but that's where I can where it's like meeting in the middle better. So now they're saying close that door in the corridor and let's get going. So yeah, we've got whales to hug, yay. So there you go. Conflict and despair is the feeling as we're moving forward. The red rain, something's happened, and we're being told to let it play out. People have had their turn or played a role or done a bit, and now it's literally the script has flipped and it's all about to change. I made an agreement with the light beings, my spirit guides, long time, that it was that this stage now coming forward, I've released control of the outcome, and my part is that I've got to say yes to everything, and they will bring forward everything that they want me to experience, to have, to see, to do, to know, to share, everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. So there you go, collective. Happy times coming for you guys as well. Yeah, let's just give one of these finally before we go. So yeah, this was just my example of how it works, and hopefully yours will be the same or similar, or you're having similar experiences. Yeah, something about loud planes as well, military planes, hearing them all the time, but that's where we are. But when the clouds are low, they keep coming in, so there's definitely cloud manipulations going on to hide the traffic of military planes coming in, is what it feels like for me anyway. What have we got? 15, decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Yay. So there you go, collective. That is your little reading for the day. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.